Right, welcome back to the Notes Made at the Time channel. And here we are up in a row of houses called Ambler Terrace, where we used to live in 1976. If you remember 1976, it was the red hot summer that we had. Went on, seemed to go on for ages and ages.
Yeah, it lasted forever.
And what we did, that street there, they've petitioned it all off now with walls, but we could walk the entire length of the houses. We lived at number 7, which was the white door there. Now that street became like a massive play area. We had water fights, and we had this game. What would it call it? Shuttleball.
Oh, yeah. Them big bats and
massive big red bats and a massive shuttlecock. You just could not miss it. I think my mum and dad bought it from Nickel and Brown's just past George's Square in Halifax. It was a fantastic time, a brilliant year. Right, what we'll do, we'll set off walking. Like I said, it's going to be a pub crawl round Boothtown, which is going to be a bit of an unusual one. It's going to be a bit of a dry pub crawl, and you'll see as we go along.
That's how we're on it.
So I haven't brought any money today, so I won't be buying around.
Bloody hell, no change there. So 1976 was a cracking year. I think everybody that were living at that time will agree. I don't think there's been a summer like it. Yeah, I was 9. I remember it well. Standpipes.
I sailed for America on the 5th of February 1976 on HMS Ark Royal, and we did a fantastic, basically showing the flag, sort of cruise around the east coast of America. We called it Florida, and it were all for the bicentennial celebrations, the 200 year of the USA. Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. It was brilliant.
I remember some postcards you sent in.
I brought cowboy hats back, and there were
Levi jeans.
Levi jeans, which I'm still wearing my double denim.
Double.
I couldn't find a sunny Florida suit, which was basically like a denim jacket, a 3/4 denim. No, like a shirt, like a denim shirt, but it had all sort of designs on the back and big flary bloody jeans that we used to wear. And and my hair were a bit longer then, of course. So it was, and the strange thing was when we came back. We came back on the Ark Royal. All the family came down to Plymouth to see us, and you came on board, didn't you, Michael? And I showed you around the massive 56,000 ton aircraft carrier that we used to have, and it was a bit of an odd time really for us when we came back. We'd been away for like 6 months, away from the UK, and when we got back we sailed into we started sailing into the English Channel, and somebody tuned into Radio 1. I think it was Tony Blackburn, I don't know, some DJ were on there. Oh, it is this week's number 1, and it was bloody Wurzel singing "I've Got a Combined Harvester," and I thought, what the hell, has there been some sort of mass drugging of the public to dash out and buy this? I mean, we were, there were some ordinary songs on there like Rod Stewart Sailing, because that were also part of the Ark Royal's visit out there, because the BBC came on board and filmed it all, and it were I think it was like a 6-part series of our trip out there into Yankee Land.
Yeah, we used to look forward to it. I think it was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And because we know where we could record it, we're just a one-off.
Yeah. Oh
show really. So we used to all sit around the telly watching.
Yeah.
Looking out for our Martin on Ark Royal somewhere.
I think I got caught sort of queuing up in Naffy queue or queuing up for my breakfast, or sat eating me bloody lunch off a tin tray that we used to have. Right, I'll just pan over here, and behind, I don't think you'll be able to see, but behind us, it's called Sunnyside Pitch, and we used to spend ages on there kicking footballs about and doing all sorts.
Now we used to be able to go down that.
Yeah, looks like somebody's.
Little hill.
Yeah. And right, we'll just go onwards and upwards. But the first pub we'll come to is called the Prospect. Now, every time I came on leave, I used to, when we moved to Ambler Terrace, every time I came on leave, this was like my local pub. I'm sure it were a Webster's. I think it were Webster's. Yeah. I think it were a Webster's pub. And as the years went on, I think the landlord was called Mick, or I think it was called Mick.
Yeah.
And he had this big bloody red setter, and it used to follow us. We used to meet there. I'll just show you the pub behind us. There we are. You can just about see it. There you go. The Prospect. He had this big Irish red setter, and the bloody thing used to follow us out at pub and all into town, and we had to phone Mick up, and he'd come down in his car and pick the bloody dog up that we kept up. We couldn't go anywhere till he came. And so I haven't been in there for years and years, so that's the Prospect. Yeah. Just behind us here, that road, we will go on there one day, is where St Joseph's School is. There were none of these houses here at that time.
Pretty desolate, really. I remember walking on it, it looked like it was probably about 100 yards, if that, from here. But
yeah.
It felt like miles.
Yeah.
But, we were walking on as a kid.
Yeah.
One of the things I remember about 1976, I don't know if I can remember or not, but just in this little yard bit on the pub, they had a minor bird.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Had a black minor bird which were outside, but it's just smell like a trooper.
Yeah.
So
that,
it was like.
Well, that was me practising my ventriloquist act.
The bad swear words as well. They weren't like bugger and bloody.
Yeah. So well, sailors are renowned for swearing, so that was my excuse.
So are the birds.
Yeah, so that was the Prospect. I can remember. I'll just tell you this one as well about the Prospect. It was. I'll tell you the exact date. It was Sunday, the 6th of October 1974, and my mum and dad decided to put a bit of a family do on, because I was joining the Navy on the 8th, that's the Tuesday. So we all came down to Prospect, and I look at the photographs now, and like I said before, I said I don't think I look bloody 12, never mind 16 when I joined up. It was just, as a 16-year-old, I don't know what my mum and dad must have thought about my ambition to do this. They weren't going to stop me. They wouldn't have been able to stop me. I'd have just gone anyway. Forged the signature and said, I can go. So anyway, we all came down to Prospect. All the family were there, all aunties and uncles, and we had an old uncle called Uncle G. Now he was a right character, and he said, "Hey, you want a bit of? Seeing you're joining Royal Navy, you need some Nelson's blood inside you." And what it were rum and blacks.
Oh.
So I was drinking bloody rum and blacks most of the night, and next day I've never felt as bloody ill. I raided my mum's medicine cupboard for Nurse Harvey's, and that seemed to do the cure-all. Brilliant invention, which it's supposed to be for babies to cure colic and stuff.
Water,
but gripe water, but it were just a fantastic antidote to to Rum and Black and Webster's Best and Webster's Pennine Bitter. I thought, oh God, what am I doing?
Put it on his ass now, that.
Yeah, I won't be able to do it now. It'd be a bloody stomach pump, I think. Oh dear. Anyway, onwards and downwards. We're off down now, passing what was Sunnyside Pitch. It was Sunnyside School, and that was the playing fields, and we basically spent a lot of time there during that summer when I were on leave.
I mean, it looks quite different now because a lot more built up than what it was when.
Yeah. I'll just turn around and let you see where we're going.
Quite a steep.
There's obviously there's some new houses here. None of these were here. As a matter of fact, where that house is there, that was an old Methodist chapel. I can remember that being there when I was at St Joe's, and these I always like these houses here. Yeah, when I were a Boothtown boy, I used to fancy living in one of these.
Yeah, these are. This one especially.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Remember it also having a nice garden.
Yeah. And I think that must be is that Portland Road?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Portland Road, which you can see the wall in the far distance. That's for St Joseph's School. Like I say, none of these houses were here before. They haven't done a bad job really blending them in. But as for me, I'm more traditional. I prefer the older late 1800s houses, the old terraced houses which you see here. It's solid. They're solid things, you know, and it's just it's just my personal preference. I've spent most of my life in old houses, especially these type, and it just
solid out.
Yeah, they're solid. They're solid.
Make sure now when they demolished and they didn't have to.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, these were they were built
4 or 5 down that.
Yeah, they're well over 100 years old, and they're still here, and they'll probably be still there in another 100 years if they're looked after properly. Yeah, so here we go.
It's a bit more overgrown than when I come playing down here.
Yeah.
All this with all that bulkhead.
Yeah.
Grass cut anyway.
Yeah, and this is the flyover. This was built in, I'd say, late 60s, early 70s. You see Dean Clough Mills there in the far distance, but all this has been built just to ease traffic, I suppose, in the 60s and 70s. It serves its purpose, but I think the amount of houses that demolished to do this unnecessarily was just blatant bloody vandalism. I think they were all houses here, and all they've done is just, it's gone back to nature, and of course now it's biting them all on the backside because of the shortage of houses. But that's progress, like I say, and yeah.
They're a mill there, aren't they? Just where that garage is here.
Anson's Mill. I think my dad worked there for. Behave. Noisy sod. Incorrect use of horn. Yeah. Like I say, I can remember when the flyover was built. It was built in 2 halves, and there's some old photographs of it being built. And I can remember me and Mick Foy, my pal, we set off from the other side of the flyover, the bridge, and we walked. Did you come with us? I think
you took us with us.
Yeah. See, I've taken you to some great places, Michael.
Yeah.
I hope you appreciate all this.
It's only been about 4 or 5.
And we walked up, they hadn't finished it, we built in 2 halves. So what we were doing, we were peering over the bloody drop. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it now. My bloody knees would go, my feet would be...
Oh,
But that's what we did. You know, there were no health and safety as such. you could just you just walk across, and we just looked over, and that's what we were doing. So craziness. I mean, now building something like that, it'd have been all sectioned off, and there'd be bloody security guards everywhere, but there was nobody about.
Going over at scaffolding, and, like builders on the other end where ambulance station is on the other end.
Yeah.
Stop, saying what you're doing.
Yeah.
But that were about it. I said no health and safety. That were right.
Bloody hell. Like Michael said, there were this was a site of a mill. I think it was Anson's mill. My dad did work there for a while when he first left the army in mid-50s. We'll walk through here. I'm not. Yeah. Sponsored by Stoneacre. Yeah. What we'll do, we'll go a bit further up and we'll show you the second pub that we used to frequent.
Buy us a pint in there as well, no?
Yeah. So I always say we're going to organise a Christmas family do, and I'll show you. I'll show you where it is. I said the drinks are on me. But oh dear. Yeah.
Obviously, we come up to the bottom of the range lane where, obviously, if we go up to the top, well, about halfway, that's when you get to Ambulance Terrace again. So basically, just come down in like a semicircle to get to the bottom.
Yeah.
To Boothtown Road. A lot more cars than when we used to be playing out, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said before, nobody had a car in those days. It was just, like it was a proper luxury, and not everybody could afford one. So I'll just show you these. I can remember when they were blocked. That's Range Lane where that car's just come down, and there's 3 blocks of flats here. I might not be able to get them all in. There's Range Court. What's that one called? Oh, that's Haley Court. The first one's Haley Court, then Ackroyd Court, and the next one at the top, if you just about see it there, is Range Court. Now I can remember when these were being built. Another frightening bloody daft trick that me and my mate did. At the time, you could go in the lift, which was a bit of a novelty, with these skyscrapers that my mother described to us. You could jump in the lift, go to the top floor, and you could actually get out onto the roof. And on the roof there at the top, you see there's like a railing. What me and my mate used to do, we used to put his legs out of the railings and dangle his feet over. Oh, bloody hell. Another thing that bloody nightmares are made of. Sure thing.
We'll have to see if we can do it again.
Yeah, no thanks. Yeah. Right, and what we've got here is a sign of modern times. It's the KFC at Boothtown. Basically, what was there before were rows and rows of shops and houses, the old Victorian shops and houses. There was something called the Parish Rooms, which St Bernard's had. It's where we had Cubs and Scouts, and used to do pie and peas suppers for the football team when we'd won, well, not won the championship.
Won the cup,
yeah. No, we didn't. Yeah, I used to think I was a brilliant footballer, but I wasn't. Right, you can see the flats a bit better now. Like I say, they were in the day they were considered skyscrapers, which made me laugh when I'd just come back from America. There were buildings 4 or 5 times bigger than that. But that's little old England for you. Right, we're going a bit further on. We'll try and cross over. I think it must be rush hour, Michael.
Yeah, well, yeah. Probably get it from here, actually. Probably get a better view.
Yeah.
Crossing over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll do it from here.
I looked at a photograph last night or this morning, and just where little sign is, the smaller one. That's where Coach and Horses.
That's another one of our pubs on this dry pub crawl.
It's a bloody nightmare, this, isn't it?
So that was that where the Lidl is there. That was the Coach and Horses pub, one of the local pubs up Haley Hill, and basically that's there were a bit of history behind that, a bit of family history behind that. That's where my granddad Tommy Langan used to call in for a pint after he'd been working in the mills, and we just carried on the tradition until more or less it closed down. I can't remember when, but
about I think it was early 2000 when it shut.
Yeah,
it got demolished. I think about 2005. I think 2006.
Yeah.
I remember coming over the flyover when I'd lived up in Scotland, coming over the flyover. Bloody hell, I took the roof off top of my pub.
Yeah.
Not left of
it. It were they painted it white, and it did stand out a bit. So so that's where the Coach and Horses was. You can buy beer now, but it's mostly that Belgian stuff in bottles.
That's not beer.
Yeah. Right.
Just one more thing about Coach and Horses. I remember going for that pint, and he says, this is where the Boothtown Flying Club was.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's where the Boothtown Flying Club. It sounds like some.
This is airfield, just here.
Yeah, they were. Don't think it were all Captain Biggles and all the rest of it. The Flying Club were. It were racing pigeons. Yeah. So there used to be a big truck turn up every Friday with a truckload of pigeons in it, and they'd go off somewhere or other and race the pigeons. Yeah, I can remember that. It'd have been a nice T-shirt to have, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Right, there's another one here. I'll just show you this one. It's a Turkish bloody kebab shop or something now, but that was Frank Ford's. Now what Frank Ford was famous for was not just for aircraft parts, which are one of the companies what they produced. They also produced fish fryers, for fish and chip shops. So I can remember being down in Plymouth, and I just went queuing up for some fish and chips, and there were a famous Frank Ford fish fryer there, and I think Michael had a similar experience.
Yeah, when I was down in Grantham with military, I'd gone into this little fish and chip shop. They're all like silver range with like.
They're quite ornate things, weren't they?
Lovely build.
Yeah.
But they also had like a little triangle, like a little square triangle with obviously Frank Ford's on top, Halifax and. Haley Hill, I think it says on it. But, I was just a bit when I saw that time. I thought, oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's got to see one of them there. But you can still find them,
Oh, yeah, they're still going.
Shops.
They're still going. So,
it lasted forever.
Yeah, so that was Frank Ford's. I'll just tell you a bit more about the flats. When we were kids, there's like a concrete area there where there's like shops and stuff are. Well, on top of there, on the roof, there were like a floodlit area. We used to play five-a-side football on there. So that was that bit. Yeah, what we'll do now, we'll walk up a bit further up the road to the next pub. Okay then.